Alright, what's going on everyone on YouTube and Twitch? We're just gonna get right into it like usual. I got into this theme Chronicle event pretty late. And as a result of that, I pretty much did not make it very far. I only got 5,500 medals, so I did not get the second prize. Like, seriously. The prizes here are... I was not expecting anything above more gems, but no, there's a whole other icon to get besides the Rika Princess. I'm not gonna bother switching to it though. It's not really important. We're just gonna watch the replays like we usually do. So because of that, I pretty much had to string together a deck at the last minute, and I picked Crusadia OTK. So we're just gonna watch the combo line play out uninterrupted first before I fast forward through the rest of my plays. My opponent has a Performer Pal deck, Fire Flame Strike to add allies Arc Pendulum Dragon, and plays Arc Pendulum Dragon, 2 Pendulum Summon, Noble Dragon Magician. And it's not going to matter because of the way this deck is constructed to have you attack monsters that aren't whatever monster plays. Max C challenge accepted because it's not going to help you. And as we start with Red Resonator, you don't summon Fallen of Argus, of Argios, in order to play Cross Sheep. Then we get Parallel Exceed on the field. Use its effect to get another Parallel Exceed. Get Durgus the Timeless. Use Timeless effect. Draw more cards. Sadia. Use effect of Reclusia, social summon itself, and get Equimax. Then we get Warlord Successor. Make sure there's another Crusadia on the field. This, Monster Born, in order to get Resonator on the field again. Red Resonator's on the field, so we get Garden Rose Maiden, Black Garden. So, yeah, the opponent basically threw the match here because by giving me another monster to attack, I was able to win. I flat out state there's no way for me to perform a 1-turn kill with that setup because I had no way to get Black Garden out. Or at the very, yeah, I had no way to get Black Garden out, so it was pretty much just the opponent throwing the match. And I believe they were not under the impression of what my deck was going to do. I would have accepted that going to a game turn 3, hopefully, but this is. I also confess maybe there was a way I could have gotten Black Garden out. My opponent goes for Dynamis and Stegosaur. Dynamis deck. It's not going to matter in this case, so. Normal Summon Leonidas again. Oh, Special Leonidas out with Red Resonator. Get Magus. We can't get the search off of Magus, but we are able to get Garden Rose Maiden, which is an important part here. Black Garden. So now the common line is up. Draco effect, recover Leonis. Then get Regulus out. Warlike Successor to get another Leonis out. Then pop creates the Regulus effect in order to get Revival. Equimax is on the field. And we just attack everything. It's really just for the best to do things like this. But oh, this one, no, that's not. Okay. I mean, this is late because my usual upload schedule of a 3 p.m. video on the day is not going to happen either. So we have to pass the turn here because we went first. This deck is not a going first deck. Chronomaly. Gets Atlantal. And doesn't even bother attacking. Don't know why, it was wide open. Oh well, doesn't matter. Normal Summon Red Resonator, Special Summon Reclusia, Link off for Magius, the Special Summon Arborea, Search for Draco, Revive to get the material needed for Black Rose and Black Rose Maiden and Garden, Link off for Regulix, fill up the tokens, Special Summon Draco again, Recover Reclusia, and get Testament, because I already have my field spell Revival, Equimax on the field, touch on Reclusia, and my opponent folds because they knew what was going on. They knew what I was trying to do. They just DC. That's fine. I DC as well if I don't get the victory. If I cannot win. There's really no point in saying if duel you know you're going to lose in. It's not being a coward, it's just being realistic. We're not going to do anything here because this one's bizarre. Here my opponent goes first. Someone's Axe Dragonute. Oh, I got it wrong. Yeah, okay. Maximus. Yeah, I got it wrong. This is the one. This is not the one. Maiden. Black Rose Garden. Cover. Maximus. We use get Revival. I really like Crusade. Always seems like such a really fun archetype. And we're just memeing for 1 KO damage. There's multiple ways to 1-turn kill for this deck. I even lost to another Crusade player who 1-turn killed me without setting up Black Garden tokens. Yeah, this is the one I thought was weird. So I felt like recording it to show off. And Crusade is just fast. You either know you're winning or you know you're losing. So there's no point in like waiting around. If you just want to complete the event, it's pretty much the best thing to do. He has World Legacy. He knows summons Ash to get Crawlers, Soma. Then in the middle of his combo, I kid you not, times out. I don't know what he was doing. I don't know if he was taking a phone call. I don't know if someone was answering his door. But dude picked the wrong time to play Yu-Gi-Oh! That day. And yeah. I know it sounds a little bit weird, but so what we're gonna do here first. Take my PS4 save file. Yeah. Doing plus it. And it's honestly just kind of sad, really. I wish my opponent did more to set up. But just normal summon Mystery Shell Dragon and pass. Like, I don't know. What was he expecting would happen? Alright. Fallen Exceed. Parallel Exceed is like freaking great. I love Parallel Exceed. Regulix is really good because your opponent can also cause it to use the effect as well during their turns if they don't pay attention to the link arrows. That doesn't happen until the very last duel I have to show you all, but it's pretty nice. Yeah, I was just trying to see how many times I could get the deal 999 damage ability at that point. Master Duel. So we're just here there. Dynamis again, and he doesn't even do anything. To be honest, the only reason I show these off is because I've been doing Master Duel replays too long to not just show off all 10 of my replays. But at fundamental level, again, I don't have many interesting recordings to play because it's like hashtag air quote interesting. Eric King is like interesting quotes to play because I also really rarely use AR effect with Durgus. Durgus is such a cool card, but it's a combo card. Like, it's a card that was made after XDs. Equimax. And that is the thing. That's the thing. I freaking love the thing. I love this thing. This one lasted 2 more turns. Okay. Like, like I said, I just haven't really kept up with the Master Duel meta. The last thing I knew that was going on was a Duel Cup, and I don't bother with those. I've become one of those players that has basically gravitated towards only playing the, like... I used to do laddering. I got as high as Diamond rank. But it's exhausting having to keep up with the meta. Now, you don't need to pay attention to the meta in order to get gems. You can get plenty of free gems enough to make a couple of meta decks to play the game. But the problem here is that you can't necessarily use the Master Duel game to train yourself for competing in world tournaments. And as a result of that, if you're... Well, you can, but the formats are inherently different. Because Master Duel... I don't think Master Duel's ever going to get rid of Triple Max C. It's like become the central... Like, best of one format one and Triple Max C being legal is like what Master Duel's identity is at this point. The festivals are basically the only way you can play something different and be rewarded for it, not by leveling up in the ladder, but by getting gems. You still get a lot of gems. And part of the reason is because I also thought, should I do a Master Duel masochist type of thing like some people on YouTube are doing right now? But I was like, nah, I think setting up a dummy account to do Master Duel Legacy stuff would be too much of a hassle, and it would have to become its own series. It would have to basically take over everything I'm doing on my channel. And I just rather not bother with that. So as cool as I think the whole Master Duel masochist type of thing is, intentionally playing with a Billy deck is not my style. That token my opponent gave me was really helpful. That's about the most I can say about this duel. What about these chains going off? Alright. This time I just double up my damage and deliberately attack the set monster to do something different. Yeah. Alright. We're almost done. The very last match I have to show you isn't this one, but the one I just played recently that's actually made the game more than one turn. That's the thing. Like, Master Duel is still a great way to get to play Yu-Gi-Oh, but it's not the best way to get into Yu-Gi-Oh if you're trying to be a new player. You cannot succeed with your Blue Eyes deck. You can't just. You can only play with your friends if you're playing with a friend on purpose. If you just want to play with randoms, then it's better to stick with Dueling Book and just use their new Edison format ladder in order to like play a format that lets you play with something resembling Yu-Gi-Oh's more modern identity that is still balanced enough that you can play a different, multiple varieties of decks without having to play really slow. I think he Seema. No, here to there. But yeah, we're okay. Click a lot. So here to there. So yeah, go. And there we go. Opponent folds because he knows who he's up against. Fair enough. I admit again. I did it too. But now we're going to the very last duel I mentioned. Yeah, 5 turns. We're not going to fast forward through this one as well because it's actually I'm not sure if there are ways we could have handled it better, but this is what happened. I had to pass. Why 5 turns instead of 4, 3 minute. Machina deck. Machina Fortress. Normal Summon Red Resonator. Special Summon Crusade Maximus. Click off Maximus. You get Magius. Special Summon Parallel Exceed 1. Use Exceed 1's effect to get Exceed 2. And use Magius to search for Reclusia. Then Parallel Exceed in order to get Dagaris the Timeless. Summon Reclusia. Destroy Call by the Grave, which hurts Maximus, but only negates its abilities on the field. If that ability hadn't been negated, I think I would have won this turn. Because my plan was basically just to pump up my monster's attack points. On the other hand, I feel like I threw the duel because I didn't go for the line and get Black Rose Garden out immediately. But I feel like that led to a more interesting duel that was worth showing off as a finale to all this stuff. Because it started to kind of sweat a little bit. And yeah, at this point, I'm just getting desperate and making like tokens show up. My opponent Dark Holes to get rid of the tokens. I use our Borea to save my Link monster. Then he plots a bunch of monsters too. Breaks the schedule, gets a Machine Keyframe and Machine Air Raider. Then Citadel gets summoned by its own effect. But they lose their attacks. Then I try to search for a spell card with Felix. I think that scared him off. Didn't know what I was trying to get. But it didn't stop my monster effect from coming off. Really power. Garden. Black Garden. Does this because his monster attack is worthless. Black Garden again. And he just gives me more tokens for some reason. I don't think he was trying to do it on purpose or not. Go, Kirk Dixon. Go. Thank you, Kirk Dixon. Machine Reinforce. Get me more tokens. Alright. Fair enough. That is another Call by the Grave. Link off a Rose token for Link Spider, which is the main reason Link Spider is in this graveyard as a emergency provision. Either way, we go off and I get my second Crusade Ecomax. A lot of tap points. Battle phase. Now, Call by the Grave is something that would not have really saved him. I really only was just trying to make sure his life was low enough. Well, that would have saved him precisely because my Fett would have been negated for that one turn, but that's all they wrote. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you all next time.